Here are a few items that you might want to pick up at the Sephora sale. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, my dears. If you're new to the channel, my name is Pam, and today what I'm doing is sharing with you some fragrances I think would be great to add to your collection, and you can pick them up at the Sephora sale, getting a percentage off. This is the best time to buy fragrances if you've been eyeing them for some time. The Sephora Holiday Savings Event, which is the fall sale, started on the 20th of October, and it goes through the 7th of November. If you're buying Sephora collection, you'll get 30% off. VIB Rouge status, you get 20% off. VIB status gets 15% off starting on 1 November. And Insider, 10% off starting on the 3rd of November. The first fragrance I want to share with you is Interdit by Javon She. This is a really pretty fragrance. It's mostly a tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine type of fragrance. That's how it translates on my skin. I do love the pear that's at the top with the bergamot. Then you've got tuberose, orange blossom in the middle, and vanilla, patchouli, and ambroxan and vetiver in the base. Now this gives me a long, and I mean a long day wear. So if you've been eyeing this fragrance and you want something that's a bit traditional, this might be one you want to pick up. Next, we have Interdit Rouge, which is a flanker of Interdit Eau de Parfum. This has blood orange and ginger at the top, which gives it a little bit of sourness and tanginess and a little bit of spiciness as well. And you've got jasmine, tuberose, and pimento leaf in the middle. They replace the pimento leaf for the orange blossom. And then the base, you've got sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. I really like this fragrance. I prefer it to the original. So if you were to pick one, I would say pick the Interdit Rouge. So the next fragrance is Pure Poison by Dior. This is a bright fragrance for this time of the year, but I would recommend getting it because I think it's one of the better Dior fragrances. That's the designer brand, not the Maison Dior line. So this has a top of citrus notes with orange and bergamot and Sicilian mandarin. So it's great for this time of the year as well as the summer. And then you've got orange blossom again and gardenia. You've got woods and ambers in the base rounding it off. If you have not smelled this, run over to Sephora, get a sniff on it, and see if you want to pick it up. My favorite Dior fragrances is Hypnotic Poison. I really like this fragrance, and I couldn't do this video without recommending this. Hypnotic Poison just does that. It hypnotizes me when I put it on my skin. I love the exotic notes at the top, plum, apricot, and coconut. Then you've got Brazilian rosewood, caraway seeds, a great blend of tuberose and roses in the middle. Then you've got almond, vanilla, and musk rounded off in the base. I think this is fantastic to have in anyone's collection. Grab yourself one during the sale. I will also include a oldie but goodie, and that is Armani C. Guys, this fragrance, I have had this particular bottle now for 2 years. I'm almost finished with it. I'm going to finish it by the end of 2022. I know I am. But I use this to sleep because I find it a fragrance that's very sophisticated enough for me to wear out and to sleep. Really simple notes, cassis at the top, rose in the middle with freesia, vanilla, patchouli, and woody notes, and some ambroxan in the base. Now, there is a lot of people going back and forth with this fragrance, but in my opinion, it's one of the staples in anyone's fragrance collection. So that I don't lose track of things, I'm going to start putting things back where they belong. I'm filming in my closet, so it makes it a lot easier for me to keep things organized instead of having things all over the place. But as I said before, I think this is a great staple for your collection. So this fragrance, I think is perfect to buy during the sale because of the price point. This is Roseburg by Tom Ford. This has quite a bit of rose in it. May rose, Bulgarian rose, and Turkish rose. It's got beautiful tonka bean in the bottom. So if you're a tonka bean lover, I think you're going to like this. But what makes it separate from other rose fragrances is it's quite spicy. It is truly quite spicy. I really like this, and I struggled with it immediately upon purchasing, but after I got to wearing it a little bit more, layering it with other fragrances, I find that I like the originality that this fragrance brings. Because of the price point, again, that is why I think you should get it during the sale. Sticking with the higher price points, if you like Killian, this is the time to purchase it at the Sephora savings event. My recommendation is to do so because you probably have to pay for it full price otherwise. And I have a few fragrances from this house, from Killian, that I think are great, in my opinion, to have in your collection. So here are 3 I have from the liqueur line. This Angel Share, Levert, and Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Apple Brandy on the Rocks has bergamot and cardamom at the top, so it's a little spicy with a little bit of citrus. And then in the base, you've got cedar, and ambroxan. The middle is where all the complexities come in with the pineapple, rum, brandy, vanilla, moss, and apple. I really enjoy this fragrance. I find it to be a tad bit leaning on the masculine side, but with my, with my hormones, it smells pretty doggone good on me. And I actually get compliments when I wear apple brandy on the rocks. If you've tried this, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Next up is Levert. This is translated as the Green Hour. When I hear Levert, I think of Levert, the musical band, the R&B brothers that used to sing. Anyways, top notes are absinthe, middle notes licorice and violet leaf, base notes of patchouli, vetiver, woody notes, and sandalwood. I really enjoy this fragrance on my skin. I don't think I have anything in my collection, to be honest with you, that smells exactly like this. I think if you want to give this a try, you need to pick it up during the sale, and then you can return if you don't like it, okay? Next up, we have Angel Share, which is actually my favorite out of the liqueur line. This is a warm, spicy, woody, vanilla, cinnamony, ambery, sweet, powdery fragrance. Absolutely adore it. The top note is cognac. You've got cinnamon, tonka beans, and oak in the middle, and praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. To me, this smells like a very boozy, sweet drink. I absolutely adore it. Of course, I love the presentation, but this on me, one of my absolute favorite fragrances in my entire fragrance collection. Next up, we have a staple from the Killian house. This is Love Don't Be Shy. This is the original, well, not quite the original, but the original formulation has been changed. We all know that. Now, this one here, it has so many iterations of it, so many flankers. Love Don't Be Shy, Love Eau Fresh, Love Rose Oud, Love Extreme, you name it, they've probably loved it up. Anyways, this is a really pretty fragrance on the skin. If you've been considering purchasing Love Don't Be Shy, you want something sweet and marshmallow and fluffy, this is one that you might want to check out. Again, the sale is where it's at to purchase these high priced items. Love Don't Be Shy Extreme is also very sweet, but this one has more of a citrus topping and it's a little more spritey and springy, but you can still wear it in cooler temperatures. Now, this one has marshmallow and musky pomegranate at the base, which not too many fragrances have pomegranate in the base. That's something a little unique for this fragrance, but I absolutely love it. As you can tell, there's a huge dent in this fragrance, and I think I have somebody that's about 5'10" coming into my closet jacking my fragrance, but we're not gonna go there. If you are interested in purchasing Killian fragrances, again, each one I talk about, I'm going to mention the sale is the best time to get it. Now, this recommendation, I'm stepping out on a limb here, A Kiss from a Rose. I find it really interesting. It's a greener take, more so than other Killian fragrances. I like the way it plays on my skin. So it's got green notes and a little bit of florals in the middle. So give it a try. Next is Rolling in Love, which is a typical Killian, sweet and sexy and seductive. This has almond milk ambrette, which is musk mallow, iris freesia in the middle, tuberose, vanilla, tonka bean, and musk in the base. Now, I don't know too many people that do not like this fragrance, so I would venture to even say this might be a safe blind buy, although I'm really not trying to tell people to blind buy anything. But in my opinion, one of the better releases from Killian. And I'm glad I have this in my collection. But to be honest with you, I get more tuberose than almonds. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it in my collection, but I will recommend it to you. Now, I'm just going to quickly recommend Tom Ford fragrances. If you don't have a CCO near you, or you don't feel like calling around, check these fragrances out, particularly the body oils and the eau de parfums like Soleil Blanc. I know nobody's wearing that this time of the year, but now is the best time to pick it up while it is on sale, okay? That's just my recommendation. So check those out if your Sephora has them and get them at 15 or 20% off or 10% off. If you are considering picking up any of these fragrances that I talked about today, let me know down in the comments whether you're thinking about picking them up or you're opting not to. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on these suggestions that I made today. Also, if you're new to the channel, please consider joining the fam. I'd love to have you over here. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share the video as well. And take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!